They found a uniform hanging from a gibbet tree. No regiment, no insignia, no nation claimed it. Yet every century somebody puts it on and disappears. Continental Soldier, after long processions march through reliquary barracks built from amputated songs. Continental Soldier, black and braid and copper rot. The bugle sounds like embalmed saints trapped inside a phonograph. Continental Soldier, every footfall brands the lone with sepulchral cartography from kingdoms overthrown. Continental Soldier, hear the catechism halt, company holds. The gallows just saluted God. I found a tunic folded underneath the surgeon's chair, beside a jar of infant molars floating in vitriol prayers. The war retained the fragrance of crematorium rain and battlefield Eucharist fermented in the grain. The cuffs were lined with obituary vellum from the plague. Each stitch resembled ligatures extracted from the hanger. Miniature daguerreotype was hidden near the breast. A firing squad of scarecrows aiming inward at my chest. I draped it on my shoulders and the wallpaper collapsed into ossuary avenues where orphaned empires sat. The sky was made of parchment peeled from counterfeit decrees, while locusts carry censers through cathedrals made of teeth. Beyond the ridge stood thousands of pavilions in rows constructed from discarded headlines no one wished to know, or where the vein of finger bones kept turning toward the west like it remembered something history failed to confess. Continental Soldier, after long processions march through reliquary barracks built from amputated songs. Continental Soldier, black and braid and copper rot. The bugle sounds like embalmed saints trapped beside a phonograph. Continental Soldier, every footfall brands the lone with sepulchral cartography from kingdoms overthrown. Continental Soldier, hear the catechism halts, company halts. The gallows just saluted God. The drill instructor waited near a pyre of broken screens, reciting obsolete commandments from machine dream liturgies. His jaw clicked like an adding machine blessing mass graves, while telegraph cicadas nested underneath his face. The mess all served inflation forecast, boiled in lamp like broth and rationed out for closure notices. Wrapped around the sword across from me sat veterans of abandoned convictions. A heretic geometer and a bankrupt thaumaturge physician. One carried a mummified manifesto in his coat, another fed their butterflies to an iron goaded crow. No one spoke of victory, no one spoke of peace, only campaigns against the former architecture of belief. Each evening we performed autopsies on our prior selves, removing cherished certainties and shelving them like pelts. The camp bell rang at midnight with a sound like fractured lungs, and all the tents began reciting names that I once sung. Continental Soldier, after long processions march through reliquary barracks built from amputated songs. Continental Soldier, black and braid and copper rot. The bugle sounds like embalmed saints trapped inside a phonograph. Continental Soldier, every footfall brands the lone with sepulchral cartography from kingdoms overthrown. Continental Soldier, hear the catechism halts, company halts. The gallows just saluted God. I deserted through an avenue of taxidermy seraphim. The wings stitched shut with rosaries harvested from drowning men. Past arsenic observatory shot in phantom wars and monasteries carved inside extinct leviathan corpses. For 7 nights I wandered through a hemorrhaging frontier where execution scaffolds bloom like orchids every year. Eventually I awoke beside my own familiar bed, convinced the whole ordeal was fever trapped inside my head. Then I saw muddy boot prints crossing through the kitchen tiles and heard a distant snare drum echo somewhere in the walls. The uniform was waiting in the threshold of the room, with sleeves extended outward like a mortuary bloom. Since then, each dawn requires me to pass beneath its arms as though I'm entering the covenant through ritual harm. At night it sways without a breeze and softly counts the dead, in accents that were buried with the 19th century's dread. Continental Soldier, hear the embalmed bugles drone through charnel house republics built from marrow and stone. Continental Soldier, every banner ends in moss, every empire leaves a skeleton beneath its coat of arms. Continental Soldier, now the doorway bears a pulse like some unfinished catechism gestating in the wall. Continental Soldier, hear the final order crawl, company halts, and every portrait starts to talk. The uniform isn't haunted, you're the haunting. It was waiting for a body, and you volunteered. Listen, the drum's getting closer. Company halts, halt.